Guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Dominica and welcome you here in the safe zone, in a safe space where you can try your makeup, mess it up and be happy about it. So this is what I do. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Dominica and I'm learning with you. So if there's a specific look that you want to see or specific product that you want me to use and try it for you, I'll be more than happy to do so. So without further ado, let's move into the tutorial or a learning session with me to see if you would want to replicate this look, what you think of this look. So any comment, any subscription is truly appreciated here. So yeah, without further ado, I'll see you in a second with no makeup and just blank canvas to work on. Okay, let's get started. So I know I look a little bit weird because I do have tape on just to make this makeup easier on myself. I'm going to be using very bold colors, so I just want to make sure that it's not all over my face. And the shimmer and the blues, and my look is inspired by Galactic Dazzle palette. And I'm going to be playing with some colors here. So another stereotype I'm going to try to break is to see if someone with blue eyes or grayish bluish eyes can actually use blues and tails and aqua type of colors. How would this look on my eyes? So I want to kind of experiment. So without further ado, let's just prep the eyes. I'm using the Pro Conceal by LA Girl in creamy beige. Oh, that's a lot. Just squeezed it without thinking. So I'm going to use it as so this concealer I'm going to use as an eyeshadow base and just prep this area so the eyeshadows go on easier, smoother. Also, this is the first time I'm using this palette. I was doing some swatches on my hand, but other than that, I honestly don't know what the outcome is going to be. I'm trying this palette on my eyes for the very first time in front of you, so take it easy on me. Plus, this is a free of any judgment zone, right? So isn't that what we agreed on? So I'm gonna definitely try new things knowing that I have green light from you. Okay, so let's see. Let's take my favorite buffing brush or blending brush or whatever you want to call it, and let's start with the first color. So I think I'm gonna go with this color. It's called Dazzle, and it's kind of like a brownish, light brown color. And like I said, I have no clue what it's going to look like on my eyelids, and it looks kind of orangey. So this is just to have a transition color. So I'm putting a little bit above the crease because obviously I have hooded eyes, so I benefit more from it if I get this color a little bit here over my crease. Same thing on my other eyes, and I'm going to be blending it a little bit more. Blending will be the key to this look, and I always keep stressing how much we have to blend something in order for it to look presentable, and it's true. And the reason I'm saying it is kind of I'm reminding it to myself, like, you know, don't mess it up, blend it better, take another minute, you know. And I know, yeah, we don't have time to do that in the morning, but then again, this is not an everyday look. This is going to be more of a party look, you know, something that you should definitely have more time to work on at home and blend and blend and blend and blend some more. So we'll see how it's gonna come out, you know, and that's the only thing that I can say. So I put the tape because of those darker colors. I don't wanna make a mistake of going over somewhere and then have a patchy spot that I could not do anything with. Then I'm gonna go with this Planet color. It's like a light aqua, and that's going to help me to transition the other color that I'm going to be working with. So this one goes into an inner corner and then in a crease. And so far, very little fallout, which is such a great news for anyone who plays with eyeshadow and knows the pain of the fallout. And yes, I'm very well prepared because I have my tape on, so the fallout is not going to happen on my face. At least that's what I keep telling myself. So far, I'm pleasantly surprised with how creamy these eyeshadows are, which in my case makes it so much easier to blend them. We'll see how the whole look ties together. Okay, so now I'm going with yet another brush, and that's going to be my favorite color of the day, and I hope that it's going to apply easily. I'm going to use this color Queen, and it's so beautiful. I was doing the swatch on my hand, on my wrist. Ooh, beautiful color. So this goes right here over my lid. Oh my god, I love it so much. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. So I'm just gonna pack it up a little bit, and now I see a little bit of a fallout, but then again, this is kind of like a glitter type of color, like very, very shimmery. Not almost like a glitter. It's very thick and very creamy, so I'm gonna play with it a little bit more. I don't know, maybe I should use the concealer to set it, to prime my eye before that, but didn't think of it. I've never done a makeup like that, so that's going to be another thing that I'm going to be learning, how to use the concealer in those bold looks to kind of either half cut your crease or cut it at all. So I'm going to put a little bit here in the inner corner, just making sure that the shine is real. Oh wow. I don't know what you guys gonna end up seeing, if it's gonna look the same way as I'm seeing this color, but it is such a beautiful, beautiful color. It's so shimmery and so pigmented. Oh wow, it's just, it keeps asking me to add more and more of it, you know, and I'm falling for it. So now I'm going back to that previous color, Planet, the lighter aqua color I call it, and see if we can blend this a little bit better here with this brownish color. I don't even know if it goes together or not, but we're playing as if we knew what we were doing. So a look like that, definitely you have to have time to do something like this, because of how bold the colors are. You definitely want to make sure that you're blending it correctly and that everything looks right. And then I'm going back to the first color and that first dazzle color and see if I can blend this here a little bit more. And then I'm taking the smallest brush that I have, which is not this small, but it's kind of like a eye crease brush. That's what I have. And I'm going with this Infinity color, which is basically like a dark charcoal plum almost. And what I want to do is accent this outer corner a little bit and give some depth to the crease. So I'm putting this color in the crease, making it darker in general. And also after I apply the lashes and my concealer under eyes, I'm going to use it to smoke it out as well. So this is just a little bit more of a color, just so I can use it here. And go over the lid a little bit, like a quarter of the lid. Okay, so now I'm going to take the tape off and I'm going to apply lashes and maybe liner off camera. Ooh. So this is what it looks like right now. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna add liquid liner or not. Possibly, that's one of the options. And I'm gonna apply lashes off camera as well, and then I'm gonna finish that look. I'm gonna also clean up a little bit of the fallout that happened on my cheek. That's why I want to do it off camera, and I'm gonna be right back. Honestly, I think my baby is gonna run out of the wet wipes if I keep continue using them for my makeup messes. So I had to clean up quite a bit. I think that the glittery colors start falling on my face a little bit, so there was a little bit of fallout, but nothing that wet wipe, Pampers wet wipe cannot fix, right? So also what I did was I actually used the Dagger Tattoo Liner by Kat Von D, and it's one of the best eyeliners, liquid eyeliners I've ever worked with. And because it actually was able to create the line over like a really thick layer of eyeshadows, and it didn't stop, didn't you know, make any spaces in between hard to fill in. So I really am happy about this purchase. Also, what I put on my lower lash line is actually NYX Gypsy Blue retractable eyeliner, and I just basically made sure I put it right here to kind of add the same color on the bottom. And so now I'm going to go with the concealer, clean up this whole look, and then I'm going to smoke out a little bit of that infinity color underneath my my eyelashes. So for concealer, again, I'm using LA Girl in Creamy Beige, and I think I'm going to mix it with e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer in medium, and we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to find the right color and the right consistency for my under eye area, because I've been tanning, so my skin is darker, and I don't know how many concealers I actually have that would work with this darker color. So I just purchased a few different shades, and I'm just mixing whatever I can. It's way too much product. So now as this is ready and kind of drying, I'm going to apply the foundation. And today I'm using the foundation that in my opinion is very underestimated. Everybody's talking about Laura Mercier setting powder, the translucent powder, but I actually came across Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation, and I'm using it color Ecru. And I actually like it a lot. It definitely is a long wear. I'm gonna apply it with my Bare Mineral Handy Bulky brush, which I just started using recently because I forgot I had it. So let's leave this around eye area mess for now. Let it dry a little bit before we set anything, and let's apply the foundation. So let's see how it is going to work with that entire look. There you go. So it's very easy to apply. It actually blends so nicely, and I tried it with a few different brushes, a few different occasions. I did it with the sponge, and I have to say that brush application is probably my favorite. I just like the way brush works with my skin in a lot of different cases. I feel like between the sponge and wetting it and stumping the product in, I feel that brush is my preferred way of doing it. But sometimes if I go for like a full glam long wear makeup in heat and outdoors for most parts, I actually would go with the sponge, just because I feel like when I'm patting the product in, it actually stays in longer. Okay, so as everything is drying, I have a choice. I can either leave it the way it is or set it with powder, and I think I'm gonna leave it as is. What I'm gonna do though is I'm gonna put a little bit of a bronzer, and we'll see how this works with no setting it with anything. So I'm using Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, and this is by far my favorite bronzer on the higher end. I tried so many different products. I keep going back to this one, just my personal preference for some reason. Maybe it's the smell. I actually I'm not allergic to fragrance, which I find myself very fortunate, because I know a lot of you girls suffer from all different type of allergies, and some of you are fragrance sensitive. So I'm actually thankful that I'm not, because one of my favorite brands, which is Too Faced, is actually so heavily fragrance, and beautiful fragrance too, but every single product that they release has some kind of a fragrance, and I wonder if this doesn't discourage a lot of you to try their product, or make it impossible for you to get the product. Okay, blush, no blush. I think I'm gonna put a tiny bit of blush, and I'm going with Maybelline New York Master Blush in color, no color. It looks like this. So basically you have three blushes and the highlighter in champagne kind of color. So I think for this look I'm going to try to go as close as this transition color that I use. So I'm going to go with this color, and I'm going to add a little bit of it on the apples of my cheek. Okay, and then next thing that I'm going to use is Fenty Beauty How Many Cards, and this is a mini size because I bought it with the lip liner on Sephora. They had a pretty good sale on that, if I can only open it. So it's like this silverish color, and I'm actually going to use my finger today to apply it, because I tried with the brush. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just one of my favorite products. Just the application portion of it. Ooh. I applied it with sponge, I applied it with brush, and I think applying with my finger, it's probably the best that I've done when it comes to this application. It is so pretty. I don't know, even I look pretty wearing it. And a little bit on it, cute. That may be too much. But let's roll with it. So last but not least, let's see what we can do for the lip color. I'm using, what am I using? LA Girl. And there's no color because, oh, Keep It Spicy. So it's like a brown nude color, and it's a retractable lip liner. I love it so much. This is probably one of the most worn lip liners that I have. And since we went crazy on eyes, now I'm trying to tone it down with the lips. So I'm overdrawing it. I like it. So now I'm gonna use another Too Faced product. This time it's lipstick. It's called Sure Thing, and I just love the packaging. This brand is, when it comes to packaging, I don't know about their product. For most part, I really like their product too, but I haven't tried every single product, and maybe not every single product worked for me. But when it comes to packaging, they're a master in creating beautiful packages designed specifically for a line of products or something. Like, I don't know, anything that I have by Too Faced has some kind of a personality, which is crazy. So the lips will stay nude. I'm not adding any lip gloss, anything. It's gonna stay like this, and I don't know, I really hope you guys like it. I decided to be a little bit brave in how I create my makeup, how I create my looks. I decided to learn how to apply bolder colors, and I hope that you can do it with me. I hope that for those of you who are always a little bit shy and not sure whether to put something on your face or not, and if a woman my age can pull it off or not, I tell you, you know, keep trying, because you're gonna get it right. And there's no saying that you have to tone down your makeup because you're a certain age, you know. The older I get, the bolder I get, the more confident in my makeup I get, and more confident in trying new colors that I would never ever put on my eyelids before. Example, my pink video, I actually use pink eyeshadows, few different shades of pink eyeshadows. Today I'm playing with aqua colors and mixing them with some browns and some nudes and some purplish colors. So, and there's so much fun in it, so I encourage you to try to do it. Please subscribe if you haven't done so, it helps me so much. Please leave a comment, tell me if I'm doing it wrong or if I'm doing it right. If you like something, let me know, and you know, point me in the right direction. If you want me to try a specific product or create or replicate a certain makeup look, I'm all for it. So I'm gonna practice with you, learn it with you, and then we're gonna see what the outcome is going to be. But for now, that's it, you know. So let me know what you think about this look, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.